We're queuing up today's adventure in the green pastures of Vancouver City Hall, and we're looking back on 1947 when the beautiful people in the Sunset community were clamoring for a recreation centre. Sunset Community Association President Stan Thomas had an idea. He was friends with Vancouver's two-time welterweight boxing champ Jimmy McLaren, and Jimmy was friends with Bing Crosby. White Christmas crooner Bing Crosby was one of the biggest entertainers of the 20th century. From 1930 to 1954, he dominated movie and record sales. He starred in more than 70 movies and recorded more than 1,500 songs. And Bing had the #1 movie in 1947, Welcome Stranger. Sunset Stan traveled to LA where welterweight Jimmy set up lunch with Bing at the swank Bel Air Golf and Country Club. Stan kindly asked Bing if he would bring his hit radio show to Vancouver as a fundraising benefit for the centre. Bing, who loved Vancouver, said he would be delighted. And a few months later, arriving by train, Bing Crosby was right here outside City Hall, September 21, 1948. Thousands of people stood in the pelting rain to watch acting Mayor George Miller give Bing a key to the city. 14 million people throughout North America and Europe saw the newsreel film that sounded like this.
Vancouver, BC. To the ultra-modern City Hall comes Bing Crosby, greeted here by acting Mayor Miller. Even throughout heavy rain, crowds wait to see their Bingle receive the key to the city, beautifully fashioned in the shape of Vancouver's skyline.
Bing's next stop was at this park on 51st and Prince Edward Street, the site of the planned centre. Thousands more watched Bing drive a bulldozer to promote the campaign. Bing sang Blue Skies to the rain-soaked crowd. The newsreel film sounded like this.
Next to Sunset Memorial Centre, which Crosby is to officially open. Then aboard a big bulldozer to turn the first sod for the memorial building.
The next day, September 22, 1948, Bing and his celebrity entertainer colleagues put on a big radio show here at the Forum. 1,000 people each paid $1 admission to see the show and hear Bing sing Hair of Gold, Eyes of Blue. He changed the lyrics to I Came Down from West Vancouver, and he was a big hit. Big hit. During the festivities, Bing was recognized by some local Indigenous representatives. The newsreel film sounded like this.
Later at Vancouver's Forum, der Bingle is initiated into the Squamish tribe as Chief Matthias places the headdress on the singer and gives him the title of Chief Thunder Voice. All part of the big salute to Bing Crosby, who came to aid the building fund for Sunset Community Centre.
20 million Americans heard the radio show on 238 radio stations in the U.S., and Bing helped raise $32,000. The Sunset Memorial Centre was built soon after, and it opened in 1950. It included the Bing Crosby Auditorium, named in his honor. After the community centre was built, Bing came back to check it out. In May 1951, he drove into town, unshaven, wearing a leather jacket, dungarees, and cowboy boots. He entered the posh Hotel Vancouver here, looking for a room. Bing approached night clerk Art Cameron and said, "Fix me up a single with a bath, will you, boy?" Art didn't recognize informal Bing, and he refused to give him a room. Luckily, bellhop Ray Morrison smoothed things over, and Bing got a deluxe suite on the 7th floor. The press heard about it and interviewed Art, who explained that he thought Bing was a bum. This hit the California newspapers, and Bing's buddy Bob Hope thought it was hilarious. Bob said anyone who can spot a real bum like that deserves some recognition. And Bob invited night clerk Art to his movie set, Son of Paleface. Art got to meet Jane Russell, and suddenly all the hate mail he'd received from Bing's fans was all worth it. When Levi's heard about the incident, they made Bing a very special denim suit. The lining included a patch saying, "Notice to all hotel men," and it became known as the Canadian Tuxedo. And ever since that fateful night right here, today's biggest stars preserve Bing's legacy with their own custom versions of the Canadian Tuxedo. Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Rihanna, Kendall Jenner, Aaron Rodgers, Zoe Kravitz, Bella Hadid, Debbie Harry, Drew Barrymore, Tupac, Alec Baldwin, and Chris Pratt, just to name a few. After the hotel incident, Bing made it over to Sunset Memorial Center, which was sadly demolished around 2008. But here at the new replacement center, they remember Bing with this story stone by the door. And inside is a big picture of Bing taken May 29, 1951, inside the Bing Crosby Auditorium. He reportedly told the happy youngsters, "I'm sorry I didn't bring a shirt with me that would knock your eyes out." Big hit. They also have foundation stone on display, and it was laid by our old buddy, two-time welterweight world champ Jimmy McLaren. And one more artifact, another first here on the JCVC channel. I got exclusive access to the plaque that was on the old center for 55 years. Looks like they weren't too delicate when they removed it during demolition. It says, "In everlasting gratitude to the men and women who served in World War II." We'll wrap up admiring the new Sunset Center and the architect's name who designed this innovative beauty. You guessed it, Bing. Bing Tom. Hope you enjoyed this little taste old Vancouver as she once was. Special thanks to the nice people of the Sunset Community Association. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, be good to the other.
Of course, Bing is almost as well known for his golf as for his singing and acting. Gets just about as much fun out of it, too.
This should happen to Bob Hope.
Bing never lets little things upset him. He just takes a deep breath and tries that much harder next time, and it sure pays off.
Just like money in the bank. Or as the folks in Canada say, just like the money in a Canada savings bond.